Welcome to my CAD tutorials, and from this channel you can learn AutoCAD 2D, SketchUp and Lumion from beginner level to advanced level. In previous videos we have learned line command, polyline command and circle command. So in this video I will tell you about what is arc command and how to use arc command in the AutoCAD. So first of all I will tell what is the arc. If you are cutting any part of the circle, that part is called as the arc. So to draw the arc in the AutoCAD we have to invoke the arc command. So you can see here the arc command is available in the draw panel in the home tab. So just click on the arc command to invoke arc command. I am just clicking on the arc command is invoked. Or you can use the shortcut key, which is the just type A and press enter. The arc command is invoked. But in the arc command there are 11 methods are available to draw arc. So we will see all 11 methods to draw arc. The first method is 3-point method. I am just clicking on the 3 point. It is showing us specify the start point of arc. So I am specifying the start point. Specify the second point. So I am specifying the second point here. And specify the end point of the arc. So I am specifying the end point here. You can see we can draw the arc just by selecting 3 points. If you want to draw arc in the inner side, you have to select the second point in the inner side. I am specifying the second point here at the inner side, and I am specifying the end point here. So you can see here our arc is drawn at inner side. So specify the second point as per your requirement. Now we will see the second method, which is the start, center and end. So you can see here these 3 methods are same. In these 3 methods we have to select first start point, then center point, then third point, which is end point. So I am selecting the second method. It is showing us specify the start point of the arcs. So I am specifying the start point here, and it is showing us specify the center point of the arc. So in this method we have to specify the center point of arc circle. As I said, every arc is the part of the circle, and this circle has any center point or any radius or any diameter. So here we have to select the center point of arc circle. I am specifying the center point. So now it is showing us specify the end point of arc. So we have to specify the end point. It is showing the arc inner side of the drawing, but I want to draw the arc outer side. So I will press the ctrl key to change the direction. You can see here by pressing the ctrl key it is showing in a opposite side. By pressing ctrl key select the end point. So by this way we can draw the arc by specifying the start point, center point and end point. Now we will see the next method, which is the start, center and angle. In this method we have to first select the start point, then center point, then we have to give the angle. So in this method we have to give the start point, then center point, and the center point will be the radius of the arc circle. So specify the center point, and then we have to give the angle of the arc. As we know, this increasing order of the angle is anti-clockwise. You can see here is 60 degree, here is 90 degree and here is 180 degree. So the increasing order is anti-clockwise. So we have to select the start point here instead of here. So we have to specify the start point here, then center point, and I want to draw the angle at 180. So I will give the angle as a 180 and press enter. So by this way you can draw the arc by giving angle. So I am drawing one arc here and specifying the center point and giving the angle as a 130 and press enter. So now we will check the angle. I am drawing line for that, or I am selecting angular dimension from here and just drag it, and you can see the angle 130 degree as per given. So by this way, by specifying the start point, center point and giving angle, we can draw the arc as per requirement. So the next method is start, center and length. We can say that the length is the chord length of the arc. So what is the chord length? The chord length of arc, which is length between first and last point of the arc. So in this method we have to give the chord length. So here it is showing us specify the first point. So we can draw the arc in a anti-clockwise direction. So I will select the first point as this point, and then I have to select the center point of the arc. So I will select the center point. Then we have to give the chord length of the arc, which is the distance between starting point and the end point. So I am giving the chord length as a 6 unit and press enter. You can see here our arc is drawn and the length between first point and end point is 6 unit, as you can see here. So in this method first we have to give the start point, then center point, then chord length. So now the next method. So these three methods are the same. In these three methods we have to select the start point, center point and then end point. Now these three methods are same. In these three methods we have to select first start point, then end point, then center point. Now we will see the next method, which is start, end and angle. So if you have given the start point and end point and given the angle like this, we can draw the arc by this method. As I said, we can draw the arc in an anti-clockwise direction. So first of all we have to select the start point. I am selecting start point here, and then we have to select the end point. End point is here, and we have to give now angle that is given as a 60 degree. So I will give the 60 and press enter. So by this way you can give the start point, end point and give the angle, and you can measure it. Here it is showing 60 degree. So by this way you can draw the arc. And if you are selecting starting point as this point and ending point as this point, so it will draw the arc in the opposite direction. So if you are selecting the starting point and end point like this, if you are giving this 60 degree, it will draw the arc in opposite direction. And if you are giving the arc angle as a minus, I am giving minus 80, so it will draw in the upper direction. So if you have selected this point as a start point and this point as end point in a clockwise direction, you have to give the angle as a minus. So now we will see the next type, which is the start and end direction. So I am just clicking on this and I am specifying the start point and end point, and then to specify the center point I have to give the angle. This method and previous method is same, but the difference is in this method we can give the angle in both direction, whereas in previous method we can give the angle only in one direction, and in this method we can give angle in both direction. So we have to give the angle as per our requirement. So I will give the angle as 90 degree and press enter. Now we will see the next method, which is start and radius. I am just clicking on this. We have to specify the start point. I am specifying start point is, and then specify the end point, and now we have to give the radius of the arc circle. So we have to give the radius of the arc circle. So if you have start point, end point and radius of the arc, you can use this method to draw the arc. I am giving the radius as a 3 unit and press enter. So by this way we can draw the arc by specifying the start point, end point and then center point by giving the radius. So these three methods are same. In these three methods we have to first specify the start point, then we have to specify the end point, then we have to specify the center point by different methods. So now we will see the next method. So these three methods are same, these three methods are same, and these three methods are same. But in these three methods we have to first specify the center point, then start point, and then we have to specify the end point by different methods. So now I am just clicking on the next method, which is center, start and end. This method is also same as this method, which is start, center and end. You can see here only the orders are different. So I am just selecting this. In this method we have to first specify the center point. I am specifying the center point first, then we have to specify the start point, the distance between center point to start point, which will be the radius of the arc circle, then specify the end point. So I have specified the center point, then start point, then end point. So by this way you can also draw the arc. Next method is start, center and angle. You can see that this method and this method is same, but the order is different. In this method we have to select the center point first, and in this method we have to select start point first. So I am just clicking on this method. I am specifying the center point first, then specifying the start point first, and then we have to give the angle. I am giving the angle 180 degree and press enter. So by this way also, by specifying center point first, then start point, and then give the angle of the arc, we can see that it is showing the 180 degree which I have given. So the next method is start, center and length. As I said, this length is a chord length. So this method and this method is same, but the difference is orders are different. In this method we have to specify first center point, then start point, then end point by specifying length, and in this method we have to first specify start point, center point and then end point as a length. So this length is a chord length. I am just clicking on this method, specifying the center point, then specifying the start point, which is the radius of the arc circle. You can also give the radius instead of specifying the starting point, and then I am specifying the end point by giving the chord length. I am giving the chord length 6 unit and press enter. So this dimension is 6 unit from starting point to end point, which is chord length. I am showing here one example. I have specified the center point, then I am specifying the start point. I am giving the chord length as a 5 and press enter. So by this way you can draw the arc, and these three methods works the same. So in these three methods we have to first specify the center point, then start point, then end point by different methods. So now the last and 11th type, which is continue. In this method we have to first draw any arc by 3 point or any method as per your requirement. I have drawn one arc by 3 point method, and if I want to continue to draw this arc, I will select the continue from here. You can see here by clicking on the continue, this arc will be continue, and we have to give the chord length. So I am giving the chord length as the 15 unit and press enter. So this arc is drawn. I am again clicking on the continue. This arc will be again continue. It is showing in this direction. If you want to change the direction, press the ctrl key, give the chord length or specify the second point. I am again clicking on the continue. It will continue this arc. You can see here. I am again clicking on the continue. This arc is continue. Just give the chord length. Or if you want to change the direction, press the ctrl key. You can see here it is showing in opposite direction, and without pressing ctrl key it is showing opposite direction. So if you want to change the direction, press the ctrl key and give the chord length or second point. So by this way we can draw the arc in a continuous. This method is different from all methods. By repeating this method, we can continue drawing of arc from end point of other previous arc. So this arc is mostly useful to draw the geometrical map. So by this way you can draw the arc in AutoCAD by using these 11 methods. Draw the arc by any method as per your availability. If you have the start point, center point and chord length, you can use this method. If you have the start point, end point and radius, you can use this method. So I hope now you are aware from these all methods and drawing arc in the AutoCAD. So thank you so much for watching. If you got something from this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel and press on the bell icon to get notified for new videos.